the Reds have a starting staff right now. Now, is this starting staff as good as it's pitched so far? Yeah, maybe not. They probably have some rough starts in front of them. But Hunter Green, Nick Lodolo, Carson Spires, Nick Martinez, and Brady Singer have so far collectively been very, very good. Andrew Abbott's going to get added to that mix. Feels like they're going to punt Carson Spires to the bullpen. We'll see. But the starting staff has been really good. And all of us agreed during the offseason, that's the strength of the team. If your team has that strength, and I mean like dudes in their prime, like Hunter Green's established. Nick Lodolo isn't quite as established, but the guy has been around a while. Brady Singer is established. Nick Martinez is established. That's a group worth going for it with. All in? Again, what's your definition of all in? Does it mean spending recklessly, carelessly? Does it mean saying devil may care about 2027, 2028? Or does it mean saying, you know what? We might be willing to move on from a guy in our farm system. We might be willing to take that hit. We might have to spend a little bit more than we would like. That starting staff is worth going for it with. I think at least. You could tell me if I'm wrong. Like, that's what those conversations are all about. I've said on a number of occasions, the Reds are going to hit a point where it's going to be put up or shut up time. And maybe it's the trade deadline this year. Maybe it's next offseason where it's like, dude, it's time to go for it. I would argue when you have a starting staff like this one, which, by the way, the starting staff last year was above league average. Everybody got hurt late, but was a good starting staff. They didn't go for it with that starting staff. Why not go for it with this one? You added to it. You went and got Singer. You essentially got backed into a corner, but you're still paying Nick Martinez more than $21 million. You've got Hunter Green, an all-star. You've got Nick Lodolo, who everybody likes. You've got Andrew Abbott, who has shown promise. You've got depth. You've got options. You've got some young starters in the minor leagues that you could argue could be a part of this rotation. That group is worth going for it with. And instead, Jake Fraley, Jacob Hurtubise, Santiago Espinal, Blake Dunn. Santiago Espinal maybe doesn't belong in that conversation because he is a versatile guy who could play a bunch of different positions. But still, a starting staff you have that's worth going for it with. And instead, you went incomplete with your offense. They did. And so maybe what we have seen this week is an outlier. Maybe they're never going to get shut out again. Maybe they're never going to get shut out in consecutive games again. Maybe they'll never lose 1-0 again. But what we are dealing with is an extreme example of what we thought was going to be a problem to begin with. The offense stinks. The offense has a low ceiling. What's frustrating about that, or what's among the frustrating things about that, is the starting staff has been awesome, which is an extreme example of what we thought the starting staff could be, which is really, really good. If you got a really good starting rotation, you go for it. Does it feel to you this offseason like the Reds went for it?